guys, welcome to Bayern United, welcome to another video, and well, here we go. The Champions League draw for the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final has been concluded. We know the teams are going to be facing each other in the quarterfinals, and we know how the champions are going to look from now on. It starts in August. It has been confirmed that if the Champions League is played, that the venues for the round of 16 that are left will be played at their respective stadiums. They will be played at the Camp Nou, in the Bayern Arena. It will be played also at the Juve Stadium and at Etihad. With all that said, I think that we can say the draws have been very particular, if I can say so myself. It is, I'm kind of here deciding whether to cry or to, cry, because this is not what I would have chosen, obviously, for my road to the final. Even if Barcelona can't get to the final, but without further ado, let's talk about the rounds, how it was set up. We have in the first quarterfinal, it will be between Real Madrid and Manchester City. Remember that Manchester City have an away win against Real Madrid of 2-1 in their favor, and they play at the Etihad. So Real Madrid from the get-go have to score 2 goals, which is an advantage for Manchester City, who have been playing better than Real Madrid in my opinion, as it is. And they'll be facing the likes of Juventus and Lyon, where Lyon carried a 1-0 win in their stadium, but seeing as they haven't played any football and they probably won't get a competitive edge, and Juve have pretty much gonna be finishing playing Serie A maybe 1 or 2 weeks before the game itself, I can see it very hard for Lyon to go through, so that will be an interesting clash. Then the second quarterfinal is between RB Leipzig and Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid beat Liverpool in that very, very, nice game to watch, to be fair. It was pretty fun. And Leipzig knocked Tottenham out. And, I'm going to make, a bold claim here and say that maybe Leipzig are going to knock out Atletico Madrid. Not that I think Atletico Madrid are doing badly per se, just that, Atletico is always a team that wants to be the underdog. And in this clash, they're not the underdog, and I think Leipzig, although they haven't been at their best since the break, they're a team that can cause you problems. They're not going to have Timo Werner, which is unfortunate. But to be fair, Timo Werner wasn't that impressive in the Champions League as it is. So the third quarterfinal is between Napoli and Barcelona. We do carry an advantage with an away goal of 1-1. I hope that away goal rule still stands, because otherwise it would be a travesty. Do we play the Camp Nou? In theory, Barcelona should go through. That Barcelona, in theory, doesn't mean anything. So, you take it with a pinch of salt. Napoli have been, I think, good, and definitely a team to be respected, not to be looked upon. Because if we do that, we are straight away going out. I'm telling you that right now. If we go out there and think that everything is won, we are going to get our hands asked to us. So, we'll see. I don't think that the players are going to consider that everything is done by any means. They have a really good team, Napoli. They have been playing on the Gattuso fairly well. They just won the Coppa Italia against Juve a few weeks ago. So, it'll be a thing. And then in the other quarterfinal would be Chelsea and Bayern Munich. I think we can all fairly say Bayern should go through. Yes, they're going to be pretty much on a month break before the Champions League, but they do have a 3-0 advantage, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. They're playing in the Bayern Arena, so it should be fine. But yet again, I wouldn't discount Chelsea. They can make the surprise. Luckily for Bayern, they cannot use Timo Werner, as far as I know. And in the last quarterfinal, we are going to have Atalanta against PSG. Atalanta that obliterated Valencia in a very entertaining 2 legs. And then PSG that barely scraped against Borussia Dortmund. against a solid Borussia Dortmund with Erling Braut Haaland. I'm gonna say it right now that PSG are not gonna find themselves in a better position in terms of the draw that they've had to the road to the final than they're having right now. Because if they beat Atalanta, which, I mean, Borussia Dortmund, Atalanta, and a semi-final of future possibly Leipzig or Atletico Madrid, I mean, you could have had a much more rough, like, it's a relatively easy road to the final. PSG, in theory, should be the favorites to go to the final, or Atletico Madrid, one of the two. But again, same thing with Lyon. They haven't been playing competitive football. I don't know how much competitive fitness can you get. We saw the teams straight early on that we saw most teams early on that were struggling to go into competitive form. Juve, Bayern, Real Madrid, like haven't been at their best at the beginning of this break. We saw how maybe Borussia Dortmund and Leipzig kind of struggled to get into form in their own league. Like Lazio kind of dropping points in Serie A. Like it hasn't been easy for the teams to go back into the competition rhythm. So I can say that Atalanta, they have been spectacular in Serie A. And I would not be surprised if Atalanta hand PSG a new one. So they don't have anything to lose. The same with Leipzig. There are two teams that are here right now just for show. They're just, they should just enjoy it. It's a shame that their fans can't be there because, they've done it spectacularly. But we're in these unbelievable circumstances or unfortunate circumstances. And there are no fans allowed. But it's going to be interesting for sure. On the other hand, Barcelona, if they do even go through Napoli, which I can tell already it's going to be hell, we're probably going to face Bayern, who are one of my favorites to go and win the tournament. I mean, Lewandowski is going to be a problem. They're not unbeatable, but Bayern are going to be a problem for sure if we do end up facing them, or if we do end up going through to the quarters. And a semi-final of possible Madrid, City, or Juve is going to be annoying. And I'm saying Juve because I don't think that Lyon in any way, shape, or form should be going through to the semifinals. Juve haven't been alright since the break, but not spectacularly. So definitely they're beatable. Not that we're favorites against them, but they're beatable. Madrid are beatable, meaning if they stop having this unbelievable luck with VAR, they're beatable. So we'll see about that. And Manchester City, I think, is the favorite to win the competition. They have been fine since the restart. They had that blip against Chelsea, but it's Chelsea. Like it can happen. Manchester City are gonna have a good rhythm of competition. They're pretty much at the same boat as the Serie A with the Premier League. It's gonna be ending near August, so they'll be in the rhythm of competition once the Champions League starts, and it's gonna be fine. I think, like whatever happens, it happens. I'm gonna be making honest right now and say that Barcelona winning the Champions League is not necessarily. I'm not gonna say that I don't want Barcelona to win the Champions League because in the bottom of my heart, I kind of do. But giving this board another trophy, especially the Champions League, is giving them ammunition so they get re-elected, and it's just bad. It's just a bad idea. I already saw how in the trouble with Luis Enrique got this board re-elected, and look where we're right now. Like I think we could have won much more if we lost that year than that if we let them win, and it's gonna be a disaster. I just don't want this board to get re-elected. I hope that the fans and like people that are gonna be voting for the next president in 2021 recognize that even if we win trophies, whatever this board has been doing is not working. It's not the right way, and that things need to change. I hope that they've learned the lesson after 21 years when Detroit left, 1996. After that, they should have learned the lesson. After Guardiola left, they should have learned their lesson. And after Luis Enrique, they should have learned their lesson. They haven't, or it doesn't look like they have. I hope they do. But okay. In terms of my predictions, my favorites, I think, it's Manchester City. Saying that, they could get knocked out against Real Madrid. I don't doubt that Real Madrid have the capabilities of knocking them out. The Champions League is going to be on a one-game basis. It's going to be played in the Benfica Stadium and the Sporting Lisbon Stadium, it's gonna be very, very difficult to win the Champions League because it's gonna be on one match game basis. But at the same time, I think it's Barcelona's best way to go about it. I think that on a one game basis, we can beat any team in the world. Like we saw it against Liverpool. Like if it would have been on a one game basis, maybe in a neutral stadium, I think that it would have been much better. Definitely not playing away from home is an advantage because away from home, I mean, do I have to tell you the results? 4-0 in Anfield, 3-0 in Rome, 4-0 in Paris, 3-0 in Turin. So definitely much of an advantage of us playing in a neutral stadium and away from home and at home in a two-match leg. So it's going to be interesting. There's a lot to talk about. I'll probably do a match review about the Barcelona-Napoli game, depending on how we finish La Liga. We should take these last few games against Valladolid, Alaves, to an extent to see how we do, see how we perform at the end of the season. We need to be preparing to adapt. That information that we've been trying to with the 4-3-1-2 can only be used in this competition if we manage to get our defensive shape up, because we cannot be conceding chances like that left, right, and center, because if we're conceding these chances against these kind of teams, we're going to get absolutely obliterated. In terms of Champions League, that's it. I don't think I have much more to say for now. I'm sure there's going to be a theme of discussion for the next month or so. There's also, I want to ask you guys to leave me in the comment section an opinion about players that you want me to start reviewing. If you want me to start doing a kind of transfer roundup every week, we can make it a week thing to talk about the latest transfers and the best transfers of the week. I think that will be something that you guys will be interested around more football. And also I'm trying to, bring back the How to Improve series that I started last summer. And I got a few teams, and I believe I did Manchester United, Tottenham, and Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe one more of those. I'm planning to do that again, revisiting maybe some of the old teams. Maybe the Manchester United team will be interesting. The Milan project looks very interesting. Leave me opinions on what teams you want me to, reconstruct and see how they could do in the season 2020-2021. Definitely going to be talking about the Barcelona reconstruction as well. And anything that you guys want me to do, leave in the comment section. Any players that you want me to review, maybe players that are rumored for Barcelona, you want me to, do a scout review, would be very interesting, and I would be very willing to do it. Any content that you want me to do, leave it in the comment section, leave suggestions, and we're saying done. Leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next one, Blaugranas.